The following may contain language and subject matter which is not appropriate for all audiences. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on the Low Fact Podcast. Dave and Matt.
What's up?
Although I suppose we could just as easily have called it, the Pseudo-Lectual Podcast, the Reactions to a Weirdo Podcast.
That's a good one.
The Weirdo and the Dumbasses Podcast.
Yeah, I feel like we missed an opportunity in terms of how we brand it.
No, we can rebrand. But anyway, so today's observation is really kind of from economics. You know a little bit about economics, right?
Very little.
You know about free riders, right?
Free riders?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's an economic theory. It's called the free rider problem. And
I know about the equal playing field theory.
Is that an economics theory?
Isn't it?
No. That's a communist theory.
Oh.
Or a progressive theory, I think. But the free rider problem, if you will, is what do you do about people that don't pull their weight?
That's an economic theory?
Yeah, the free riders.
Oh.
And so I'm sitting there going, is that really, are the free riders really a problem? Or is that kind of supposed to be in the system? Because there are certain free riders that you want to be free riders, right? Like babies and children.
I don't even know that you can call them free riders, those children.
Sure. They're taking up resources and they're not putting forth anything.
They're not adults.
They're pre-adults.
Mm.
To take a term from the pro-life folks, the preborn.
Oh, the preborn.
So they're pre-adults.
So what do I think about free riders?
No, that's just the thing. You could tell me what you think about it. I really don't care about what your opinion is.
Uh-huh.
But,
well, then what's the point then?
What's the point of what?
Having a discussion.
What do you mean?
If you don't care about my opinion.
Well, isn't that kind of the way things go all over the place? Nobody really cares about other people's opinions. We just act like we do.
No, I think people really do.
Okay, well, that's probably.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Okay.
I care about other people's opinions.
Well, all right. So anyway, back to the free riders.
I think there's a place for them.
You don't think that you don't think there's something that should be removed? You think that's an integral part of the system?
Yeah. I think there's always going to be free riders, and so.
Well, you and all the economic theorists, that's not the issue.
Well, I didn't even know about this theory. Didn't know about this theory until you just raised it 3 minutes ago. So.
Sure you did. I think you probably knew on an intuitive level. You just didn't really think or care about it very much.
And so, you didn't ask me what I thought about them? You were just like kind of throwing it out.
Yeah, I don't think I have to ask you what you think about it. You tell me, right?
Yeah.
Just like a Teams guy.
What's that, Dave?
The joke. How do you know there's a Navy SEAL in the room?
How do you know that there's a Navy SEAL in the room?
He'll tell you.
Like I've never heard that joke before.
Like I've never told that joke before. Har, 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 har.
Maybe you should do a joke every episode. Kind of like Pulp Fiction and...
Kind of like drill instructor Sergeant Cato.
Who's that?
Oh, he was a drill instructor at Paris Island many years ago.
And he would always tell a joke?
He would... Well, yeah, because the thing that he wasn't one of your regular drill instructors. He wasn't on a heavy tour at the time. So he was just teaching Marine Corps history.
Uh-huh.
So everybody's in an auditorium and it's pretty laid back. He's just telling you about Marine Corps history. It's not like he's one of your 5 regular drill instructors that you see every day.
Were his jokes funny or disturbing?
Oh, they were funny.
Or both?
They were funny. I'll tell you one of them off after we're done.
Yeah. So what made you think of the free riders?
Because that's everyone. A lot of people dislike the idea of having people not having to do anything and getting a whole bunch of stuff.
But
If it's not them. Right?
Well, that's the funny part about it. I mean, that's everybody, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
kind
that's
of being jealous of everybody else.
Well,
oh, that guy's getting more than me.
Well, that's different. I'm talking about someone not doing anything and then getting.
But that's the same
stuff.
mentality, right? It's like,
yes, it derives from the same mentality. Yes, there's a bit of jealousness.
Here I am working over here.
Jealousy going
Here
on.
I am working over here, and that guy over there is just doing nothing and getting stuff.
Right, but you're probably also getting stuff that's not in line with, your receipt. Your receiving is probably not in line with your output.
It's possible.
I think it's very probable.
I don't think it's everybody, though.
I think so.
I mean, there are people that work hard.
I am willing. Number one, everybody thinks they work hard, so
But there really are people that work hard, though. So.
Yeah, there are people that work. There were people that work super hard, and they don't get near as much.
Well, that's true.
Right? There are people that work 2-3 jobs, working super hard.
Yeah.
Working 40, 60, 80, 120 hours a week.
So maybe those people should be getting the free ride.
They're usually not, though.
But they should, maybe.
Why?
Because, those are fucking hard-working, good people.
What if these people working 60, 80, 120 hours a week are drug dealers and assassins?
Drug dealers and assassins don't work for jobs.
Yeah, they do.
Really? I thought drug dealers just sat around selling their drugs.
They may, but most street-level drug dealers make less than minimum wage.
No.
They work super long hours. Or they're out there super long
so
hours.
they're industrious is what you're saying.
Not necessarily. Is it industrious to be standing on a street corner for hours and hours and hours at a time?
I just imagine that anybody that's working for jobs and kind of struggling.
Well, they're not working for engineering jobs.
I know. But I'm just saying, those are in my limited experience, when you meet people like that, they're usually good people.
I think you're kind of drawing your own picture from a statement. Like, we both know this one person, and if you describe this person, this person about like 5'7", 5'8", blonde, blue-eyed, female, and everybody like, wow, that sounds like a really, really good-looking person just from that description. But in reality, this person's not all that good-looking.
Oh. So it's just the blonde and the blue eyes and the
height, and everybody's like, oh, okay. You can say, yeah, they're in their early 40s, but blonde, blue-eyed.
Are you talking about an actual person?
I'm talking about an actual person that you and I both know, and it's not the person you're thinking of right now.
Huh.
But, no one...
How do you know it's not the person I'm thinking of?
Nope. So anyway, I've forgotten where I was going with this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how did free riders come up?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
You do know it, and you don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't remember, and I don't think it really matters because I don't care about the free riders. I mean,
But you don't care that there are free riders?
Dude, in certain instances, I'm a free rider.
Yeah.
Do I want to get rid of all free riders? I don't think so, because that would mean that my free ride is going to be over.
Right.
And as much as I want to get this other junk and punish other people, or as much as I want to ensure there's no free riding going on, I really don't want to give up my free ride.
Yeah, well, that's the unfortunate thing, right?
And for those of you listening, it's not a government free ride, so, don't get your panties all up in a knot.
Yeah, calm down.
My free ride is nothing illegal. Or immoral. Or shameful.
Nice. Wait, you got a freaking thesaurus back there?
No. So, thank you very much for tuning in, you guys and gals and kitties and old people and dogs and whoever else is listening. Actually, that might be something you folks should do. Why don't you record a whole bunch of our podcasts and play it for your pets when you're at work?
Yeah,
They get bored too.
exactly.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Low Fat Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Just search Low Fact. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Low Fat Podcast. If you want to chat to us, send us some comments, or have us talk about some things, just send an email to lowfatpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on our Twitter and Instagram pages at Low Fat Podcast, and also check out Andy's pages where he mixes our beats, Twitter and Instagram at Fantasy Beat, and you can also find his wicked ass shit on SoundCloud at Artificial Fantasy.